Think about it. Why do some people attract what they want into their lives like a magnet, while others remain in limbo, stuck between today and tomorrow? The answer is simple. It's all about how they interact with the universe. Imagine that the universe is a mirror. It does not judge you, punish you, or reward you. It only reflects your thoughts, feelings, and inner beliefs. If you live in a state of lack, it will show you even more lack. If you radiate abundance and gratitude, it will open new doors. Many people pray as if they are asking an external force to change their lives. But true prayer is not a request, it is an affirmation. It is the feeling that what you desire has already become your reality here and now. You are not waiting for the future. You are transported to a state of fulfillment in the present. When you close your eyes and see yourself as you want to be, it is not a fantasy. It is programming your consciousness. Your inner self sends a signal, and the world responds. After all, the external is only an extension of the internal. You don't need to know how. This is the most common mistake. People try to control the path. But the real secret is to live at the end. That is, to feel internally that everything has already been accomplished. Imagination becomes a portal to a new reality. Think of it as a movie screen. What you see on the outside is just a projection. If you want a different movie, don't hit the screen, change the film. And the film is your beliefs, your thoughts, your feelings. When you say to yourself, I am already there, I already have it, I am already living it, the universe does not question it. It does not distinguish between fiction and reality. It only reflects your feelings as fact. And then a miracle happens. Doors that seemed locked open. People you were looking for find their way into your life. Events unfold as if fate itself is leading you by the hand. This is not magic in the usual sense. It is a natural law, the law of reflection. That is why any visualization without feeling is empty. The main thing is not the picture, but the state you are in. It is the state that determines your destiny. It doesn't matter what your dreams are. What matters is how you feel right now. When you accept that you are allowed to be this, everything else falls into place. The universe does not live in the future or the past. For it, there is only the present. When you say, one day I will get it, you are speaking a language it does not understand. But when you feel, this is already part of my reality, that's when the magic begins. Your inner self is the door through which everything enters your life. It is like a frequency that transmits a signal to the universe. And if you want change, you need to change your vibration rather than your actions. It is not the goal that creates the state. The state attracts the goal. You cannot wait for love while remaining in fear of rejection. You will not receive abundance if you feel a lack inside. The universe responds not to words, but to your radiation. It does not give you what you want. It gives you who you are. Every feeling inside is an act of creation. Want a different result? Dare to feel differently. Feel who you want to be and stay in that state. Not just for a moment of meditation, but as if in a new home. Then the dream ceases to be a dream and becomes reality. The universe always responds to your I am. If you say, I am confidence, life will confirm that confidence. If you say, I am strength, circumstances will unfold to reveal your strength. This is inevitable because the inner is always primary. Do you want respect? First, feel respect for yourself. Want to inspire? Start living with inspiration inside. Imagination is a portal. Everything you ever create will first be lived inside. When you close your eyes and see a new image of yourself, don't just look, feel. Because feeling is the language of energy. Every morning is an opportunity to choose who you want to be. Don't ask, what will happen today? Ask, who do I choose to be today? The world doesn't happen to you. It happens from you. And if you feel stuck, know that the problem isn't your circumstances. It's the state you recreate over and over again. But the state can be changed instantly. Just choose a different support. Act not out of expectation, but out of confidence. You are the center of your world. And what you believe about yourself becomes the law of your reality. Change the core, and the exterior will change. Don't look to the past for confirmation of who you can become. The past is just a shadow of old states. True power begins with choice. The choice to live from the end. And that means feeling already loved, already rich, already free. Not someone who strives for results, but someone who has already achieved them, and not just in words, but in every emotion, in every sensation of the body. The universe does not read thoughts, it feels vibrations. When you are confident that something is already yours, you do not worry, you do not wait, you do not struggle. You are at peace because you feel, I am already there. That is when the magic begins. Everything around you begins to organize itself. To confirm your inner choice, doubts slow down this process. Every time you ask yourself, will I succeed? You put your own creation on hold. The world is not a separate system. It is an extension of you, reflected in form. If there is a lack inside, it will manifest itself outside. If there is peace and trust inside, that is what will become your reality. You don't need to know how your desire will come true. It is important to already be the person for whom it is natural. Make this inner scene familiar. Live it over and over again until it becomes the new normal. This is true creation, not a random dream, but inevitability. Because what you believe in deeply must manifest itself. When doubts arise, turn inward. Close your eyes. Find that feeling. Don't fight the world. Change your point of entry. Living from the end is not a technique. It is a way of life. It is a principle of being. It requires honesty with yourself. Who do you feel you really are? If it does not match your desire, change the feeling, not the dream. Because what you hold within yourself has already accomplished cannot fail to manifest itself. It is a law, and if you learn to trust this law, no circumstances will stop you. You can repeat your desires in words as much as you want, but if the opposite lives inside you, it is that which will create your reality. Your inner response is always stronger than words. That's why people say, I want change, but live in a state of fear or lack. They dream from a place of lack, not abundance. Your job is to be the guardian of your state. Don't focus on what's outside, but on how you react to it. Reaction is the key. It shows what kind of world you live in inside. Learn to return. Strength is not in never falling. Strength is in the ability to return. Return to your chosen feeling. Return to the purity that you already call truth. You don't need to believe with your mind. You need to feel with your body. And when your body lives in a new truth, logic no longer matters. The world will test you. It will throw up doubts, old reflections. But this is not punishment. It is an invitation. Are you sure you are already new? If so, you will remain in the state. Even if others don't understand you, even if they judge you. Because it is in these moments that miracles are born. Your feelings are your prayer. Every day you pray with the state you live in. And the answer always comes in events, in encounters, in coincidences that seem random but are inevitable. All you need to do is make the new state the norm, and then it ceases to be a practice. It becomes you, and therefore it becomes the world around you. The secret is simple. Stop waiting, checking, doubting. Desire is not a task to be solved. It is a state to be entered into. And when you are truly in it, you no longer need to believe. You just know. This knowledge is not mental or logical, but physical and alive. It feels like silence inside and the absence of struggle. Only in peace does manifestation begin. As long as you are tense, you create a barrier between yourself and what you desire. It is as if you are saying to the universe, I still do not believe, and it responds by reflecting your fear. Do not try to speed things up. Become someone for whom this is already natural. Accept, but not as a victim, but as a creator. Accept, knowing that today is only a consequence of yesterday's state. If it does not coincide with what you want, remember, you are already creating something new. Allow yourself to let go of control. Trust the process. You don't need to know all the steps to take the first one. You don't need to see the whole path if you are confident in the direction. Reality does not dictate who you are. You dictate what it will become with your feelings, your choices, your state. Where there are expectations, there is always a feeling that something is missing. And if it is not inside, it cannot appear outside. Choose to feel as if everything has already happened, and then reality will surprise you with its flexibility. What seemed impossible will begin to manifest when you stop fighting. Calmness is not inaction, but strength. It tells the world, I know who I am, and I no longer need to prove it. In this state, you enter the flow, and in the flow, everything comes easier, faster, and more joyfully. Because you are not striving, you are allowing. And this is the highest form of trust. Start consciously changing your inner dialogue. Tell yourself what your realized self would say. I am calm. I am in the flow. What is mine is coming to me. Don't wait for the world to change to start talking differently. Start talking like someone who already lives the life they want. And the world will adjust.